Hey there, welcome to the channel. Dang, I screwed up. Okay, I just want to make a quick video today because I was watching Meet Kevin, and the guy, I'm sure he's not alone, but he's out there like buying more stuff. Like he's getting his clock cleaned today because he's in all these high beta stuff. And what's going on is that, he's down, he's down, he's like kind of panicking, and then he's doing the like what I would consider the wrong thing. He's buying more stock in stuff that's going down a lot. Okay, so the first thing is you're doing it wrong. The first thing you need to do is when this is not financial advice, this is just what I would do. Okay, I'm not a financial planner. Do your own thing. And especially given what's going on now that you have like 1 million subscribers to a guy that's gonna like blow out his account in real time, live public, be bust. Okay, the first thing you need to do is when you're down like this, when the market's down like 0.5% and you're down like whatever you are down 20%, 30% non margin, like, dude, you need to stop. You need to stop what you're doing. You need to close all your positions and you need to just go reevaluate everything that you did. That means you may take a month to go through every trade you made, where you made it, why you made it, what you were thinking. And you're going to find all these trades with these huge losses, and then you need to reevaluate what you're doing. That's what you do. If you want to stay in this game, that's the kind of thing that you need to do. So here was another one today. He's buying Tesla. Tesla's getting the crap kicked out of it. Okay, Tesla's recovering. Okay, that's wonderful. Great. It's recovering. So let's go here. And that's fine. Okay, another thing. But the problem is every day the guy's going out and buying stocks that are like this. And the thing is like, oh, it's like, oh, look, it's a buy, it's under whatever the buy. And then you buy it and then it recovers a bit. But then it just keeps giving up. And then like on the day before, it's like somewhere in here, it's like, oh, I'm gonna buy some, and then it just gives it up. Because you're in a downtrend. You're in a losing game right now. You're trying to catch a falling knife. Number one rule is don't catch a falling knife. Don't keep buying in there. Now, it's just, so I'm watching this in real time. I'm just like, you're kidding me. So please stop buying stuff. Just stop. So let's try to go to some of these. AMC here is, this is one of these like, Wall Street bet things down. I mean, once again, look at this thing. There's no buy anywhere. There's a sell at this dark cloud cover thingamajigger candle, but otherwise there's nothing, right? And so why you shouldn't be buying it? You shouldn't be buying it every day. AMD, there's nothing to do right here, but it's at least it's near the moving average. Amazon, these aren't the ones I want to look at. Beyond Meat. This one, here's another great one. CCFA Churchill. This thing is a disaster, and it's still a disaster. Like, look at that. I mean, once again, there's nowhere in here to be buying, right? And you can't do that. You can't change your game. Here's what's happening. And this is what happens to all traders, and we have to admit it. It's like what will happen is we're saying, oh, I'm going to take a trade and I'm going to take a short-term trade. And then we change our mind in the middle of it because we're losing money or we're making money. So we either get greedy or we get kind of like where we in denial and don't want to actually take the loss. Then the other thing that we'll do is psychology wise is what will we do? We'll change our mind and decide that this short-term position, oh, it's doing so good. You know what? It's a long-term position now. And we'll just keep holding it because we're like, and so now we've totally lost sight of it. This is a totally speculative company. Will they be profitable? Blah, blah, blah. Will they be successful? Sure, maybe. But that's like 5 years down the road, and you're paying whatever you're paying now. And right now, so when you go to trade this, the only thing you can do is play on the technicals. That's the only thing you can do. And so people are out there, and I see people buying this stuff right now. They're like buying it. But what are you doing? You buy it this day. Oh, look, good point. You bought it, and then it's down. Buy it, buy it, buy it. You keep buying the dang thing, and you're trying to catch a falling knife, and if you're losing the game, which it sounds like Kev is, it's like you need to stop. So let's see. So I want to look at one of these other darlings out here. I think I have it. eBay. No, in phase. This is another one. This as well. This was a stock that was in a great uptrend and everything. Where are your buy points? If you wanted to buy, you buy in the swings, But here it's now broken below the 50-day. You got the 20 crossing the 50 on the way down. That's the short-term death cross there. Okay. So there's nowhere in the last 3 days, there's nowhere to buy this. Nowhere, not a zip. So there's nowhere to buy it. So why are people buying it? You're just trying to catch a falling knife and you're losing. You have like a little bit support at that low at 147-ish, that range, but there's really very little. There's no support there. Where's your support? Down in here in the 200-day at this green line, down at 110, 120. So you know, if you're buying it now, I mean, you're being totally undisciplined. So here's the thing. It's like, look, if you were like, oh, I'm a long term, okay, well, you shouldn't be buying it here at a long term. Why would you be buying more here at a long term? It makes no sense. See, the problem is people are confused. It's like you're what game are you playing? If you're like, oh, this is long-term play, then you had to acquire it somewhere out here. You had to acquire it at some other point. You can't acquire it here as it's falling, you know? And then you have to look at the value, like looking at the value of this, like what price to earnings of future earnings is. I don't know what it is. You can go look it up, but it's horrendous. It's horrendously overvalued. I'm like, I can be guaranteed of that. I'm pretty damn sure of it. And you can correct me in the comments. So the point is you're overpaying. See, if you're playing on a stock and you're trying to be a long-term holding and you're basing it on fundamentals of the company, then you have to kind of have a little bit of value in there, because the point is like you're overpaying for it here. So if you had positions back here, you know, you had to do the research and you had taken positions back here, and you may take another position actually, right? But you can't take it while it's falling. It has to kind of settle out. You know, everything has to be like, okay, it's settling back out. So I don't know. It's really amazing to me that I'm just watching people blow up on YouTube in real time. I mean, it's really interesting. Look at all these, many of these have a similar pattern. It's like, try to come up in the moving average, which is like a place, yeah, you would buy some. But look, bam, bam, bam. See, the thing is, like, if you're in a long-term position, you can't just keep buying the dang thing every day. You can't buy it every day. You have to make a decision and you have to be like, okay, well, that's all I'm buying, you know, that's the size of my position and I'm done with it. But the problem is we have people out here that are like, okay, oh no, it's below this. It's imaginary points that you put. Oh, it's below this, it's below that. And they're buying it like every day, bam, 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 they're buying some. It's like, and you're getting killed. And you got to understand, if you're sitting there and you think this is a long-term position, you have to manage the short term in terms of like, you don't want to overextend yourself. Because if you do that, you're going to be forced out, especially Kevin is on margin. If you're on margin, like you're kidding me, right? You're kidding me. So yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. So my non-financial advice: stop what you're doing. It's not working. Stop trading now.